Thank you so much everyone for being here today, and it was a great pleasure for me can bring this great topic to all of you. So have you ever heard a Cinderella story before? Yes, she's a young lady that full of joy, sadness, and love. She's lived with her mom and met with a prince and being a princess. On my speech today, I want to tell you that my father used to always tell something which I want to add, especially for a girls. That why do you want to fit inside a glass slipper? Instead, you can shatter the glass ceiling. Okay, I also want to tell you a little secret. I'm not very fond of this phrase, breaking the glass ceiling. Why does it annoy me? Because it takes the context of everything that I have done. All of my achievement, all of my hard work, and put it into a box as if my ambition was that I want to find a glass ceiling and break it. Everyone, not at all. To be really honest, I was never on a mission to break or to shatter anything. All I want was to chase my dream and my ambition. I want to evolve. I want to become the best version of me that I could be. And of course, in my journey along the way, I want to smash and break every obstacle that came to my way, which I did. Yeah, everyone, but that doesn't mean that the glass ceiling doesn't exist. It very exists. And countless of men and women, mostly women, run in their professional and personal life. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of you can vote for that right now. The Oxford Dictionary definition of the glass ceiling is a knowledge barrier to advancement in a profession, especially affecting women and members of minorities from rising beyond a certain level in hierarchy. And this metaphor was first coined by feminists in reference to barriers in the careers of high-achieving women. So, why did I choose it as my topic for today? If I hate it so much? Yeah, because I hope through my experience I can present to the tools to you live your dreams and to not make that the glass ceiling that is defined by society largely patriarchal as your goal. I want to aim higher. I want you also to do that, because you know you can, and it honestly all I did. Every step of the way, all I did was set a higher standard. And how did I get here? Being fierce, being fearless, and being flow. Completely and not utterly flawed. I'm not perfect, like none of us. So tonight, I'm going to try and break it down for you a little bit in a slightly different way. I present the 12 sheer shot. Yes, sure, various of becoming the best version of me. Would you like that? I'm sorry, I'm just kidding, because as a Gen Z, we don't like to be told what to do. So, this is a gentle nudge in the right direction, presenting Pieces 12, Rules of Becoming the Best Version of Yourself. So here, a view of my favorite from my list. There's only one you, okay? because there's no one like you. And I don't mean the superfluous, superficial parts. I'm talking about the core of you, who you are inside. Your values, your belief, your flaws. And once you understand who really that person is, you would have taken the first step in finding your unique self. And it's the best version of you, of course. Who am I really? Yes, most often we don't allow ourselves the ability to dream beyond our imagination. And we don't allow ourselves to think about the future because we are afraid of change. Okay? We are afraid to move away from what is so familiar. Either that or something we are too rigid to let our dreams evolve. Loosen up, take it off a little bit. Change is the only constant thing in life, and are never too old or never too experienced to learn something new. Believe that you have everything already as your hamster in your life to be able to be and as if your dream. Be fearless. I know I want to become a doctor, but who I am today, I'm a student of tourism, and I made the choice that I want for myself. So that is my rule number 2. Let your dreams fly. Give them wings. Be who you want to be just by being fearless. Now, opportunities, that is another important part of being fearless. They are very funny things. These opportunities, they don't come very often. They come far and few in between. But when they do we recognize them? Our job is to recognize them and make the most of them. I look back on all the things that I've done, and I marvel at the opportunities that came on my way. Tourism ambassador, thrilling world ambassador, and when I was in high school, my first film ever, my first music festival performance, and the first short movie I actually produced. There was never a plan ever like the universe sort of guiding me towards these opportunities. All I had to do was recognize them and make sure I worked so hard that I squeeze every drop out of these opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called a drive. It's called ambition. So, no matter where you are in life, rule number 3 is you have never arrived enough to explore new opportunities. And there is nothing wrong with ambitions. Everyone listen to me. Now for all you guys who likes everything in life, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to have the whole cake and eat too. Nothing wrong, okay? And I want everything. There is nothing wrong with that. So, as long as you're not harming someone or doing something wrong, don't be scared. Don't want more for yourself than you ever you could. I'll give a small example. A few years ago, I was doing the Bagus competition. You have heard it before, yeah. So it was a pageant competition with just a tourism ambassador for the regency, and it was a very exciting time. But at the same time, I was invited for the first time to attend the music festival. So now, when I was doing music, it was the big choice. Both of the events are literally placed on one day apart in completely different location. My team, my coach, and also everyone around me told me, no, it can never happen. So you have to choose what is your priority and know what I did? I made some instant connection. Singaraja to Denpasar to Surabaya to Jakarta to Bali in the 3 days, and yeah, I made it happen. Everyone, I went to both event and I look great at both events. Even I thought I hadn't slept. I took a little bit of extra makeup, but I was fine. That's not the only time I've done it. And I've done it so many times over and over again. Why? Because I don't want anyone to tell me I can't have everything. I want to dream of everything and I'll have everything. So rule number 4, be greedy. Be greedy for your ambition. Be hungry for it. And don't live on someone else's benchmark. We are told so many times in our life, no girl should do this, or you are older boy in house, your responsibility is this. This is who you should be. Who can tell you that you should be? Don't let anyone or any situation dictate to you who you are and what you can be. I know it's very much easier said than done. I know that because I've ever done it, but fight for your dreams because no one else is going to fight for your dreams except for you. I've turned down so many rules opportunities because they did not fit into what I thought at the time was the right thing for me. So today my path is just my own. It belongs to no one. My failures, my success, all of it, mine is my journey. All of it is mine. So rule number 5, do not compromise. Do not settle on your dreams. Now, who likes to fail? Maybe some of you are consciously like to fail. Or you can raise your hand. Well, I'm not talking to you guys then. I'm talking to those guys who hate to fail because I had to fail too. It's really as simple as that. It takes tubs and tubs of ice cream, lot of tissue, lots of tears, lots of dramazine. My mother and my friends, my family, everybody making me feel better about it. But the one thing that is certain as night and day, ladies and gentlemen, is that you will fail. It's just how it's. There's nothing that you can do stop that. It's what you after that will define where you go. When something I've invested in my heart and my soul, which I do with everything that I actually put in my mind too. If that fails, I didn't just wallow in our self-pity. I roll myself in it, I roll around it, and I wrap myself in it. Head to toe, self-pity, and not a pretty sight. I can tell you that. Because the only way to push a failure aside is to move ahead, not ignore it, analyze it, and learn from it. Always remember, you will never truly enjoy success until you have tasted a failure. And trust me, when I tell you, it is like shit, really does. So rule number 6, fail, and fail again. And then rise like a phoenix. Now, what is life without a little bit of a risk, right? No, I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I'm not telling you to go off a roller coaster or anything. I've always believed that you always have to take a risk, calculated, educated risks to evolve. Because people have written me off several times in my career. Sometimes they didn't agree with my choices. I always thank God because He's still standing in front of me, and I really appreciate God. I don't know what will happen going forward, but as of now, I can say that my risk and the gamble was worth it. You know why? Because I back up those risks with my 100%. So rule number 7, be bold and take this risk. Now, friends, family, the people you work with, the people around us are our greatest influence in our journey to success. So you have to choose every wisely about it. And the rule number 8, surround yourself with the right people who do not stab you in the back. Now, who's into social media? Who's on social media? Raise your hand. And yeah, we like it. I like it. We can raise our hands, right? And it's mic almost of everyone of you. Now keep your hands raised if you have ever been upset by a bad comment that you may have read on a photograph or like on Instagram, or when you have a post something, and sometimes you are just like, why do people have to be a mean? Yeah, so there's a lot of you think like that, right? Guys, please let me just tell you this. No matter what you do, someone will always be unhappy. Always. Especially in this age of social media, it's go easy for us to be confused between the voice that actually matter and the opinions of faceless people writing behind the anonymity of what the web offers. They don't matter. So rule number 9. You can never please everyone all the time. And the biggest favor that you will all do to yourself will be to laugh at yourself, at the situation. Find a moment to appreciate every single day. These funny things called life. And the most important rule number 10, don't take yourself too seriously. We're not making rockets, alright? Calm down and have fun, and just enjoy this beautiful journey that we've been put on. I do that in the manual. Hi, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. 2 rules are still life. And yeah, it's still really not that hard in my experience to be kind, to be compassionate, to be human, and so don't be quick to judge. My grandma told me when I was a kid that there is always someone who will be less fortunate than you. Always. So give back wherever you can. There are hard reasons. I start my foundation. I lend my voice to being ambassador in my province. A voice up and causes that I'm associated with because we have one word and it's our end. We need to heal it, and that start with us. So that is my rule number 11, give back. And finally, the most important one, always remember where you came from, and it truly defines you. I'm so proud to be born in this unsociable son of parents with a middle class upbringing and generous families, who I love on both sides. We've seen good times, we've seen bad times, we've seen hardships, we've seen pain, laughter, sadness, but that is what has made me who I am. And I wear that word pride every day and everywhere that I go. So the last and definitely not the least, rule number 12, don't ever forget your roots and where you come from. I hope you take some of what I have shared with you today and go into the new year with maybe a different perspective on life and start 2022 with being fierce, fearless, and flawed. Yeah, that's it. Read this somewhere, it kind of stuck with me and I hope it will stuck with you. Life's journey is not to arrive at your brave seat safely in a well-preserved body, but rather of skin and inside with completely worn out and I want to go. That is how I want to go. So to sum up this incredible journey that I have been on, I standing before you today, whether by life, but happy and raring to do so much more. I will see you on the other side, and thank you so much. On sampai. Bye.